I'm Brian from James and Sons. I'm the sales manager here at the Orland Park store. And it's nice, this is my 18th year working with James and Sons. And I was asked to join this team in January of 2018 and have a blast working with these folks and getting to know everybody and meeting the customers here. So it's been pretty exciting. I actually started out working at James and Sons at the original location in Calumet City. So it was kind of nice. I got to work with that team. And then we moved over to the Cherryville store. And I was asked after about a year working on the sales floor with the team to be the team leader. So it was kind of nice. And been enjoying that position at James and Sons ever since. So, but I was a customer before I came here to work with for James and Sons. So it was kind of nice. And how that kind of started was actually my Aunt Maria and my Uncle Tom were the first. James and Sons was our family jeweler, and they were the first in our family to shop with Jim Sr. at the Calumet City location. So I remember when I came home on leave from the service, and I knew I wanted to ask my girlfriend to marry me. I told my mom, hey, I want to go ahead and ask Janet if she'd marry me. And so my mom said right away, she's like, well, if we're going to go ahead, we're going to need an engagement ring. We buy all our jewelry from James and Sons, so I'm going to introduce you to the owner. So sure enough, we went over to James and Sons at Calumet City and introduced me to Jim Sr. And so that's when kind of like we first met. And right away he said, you know, I know we can help you, and but my son is the one that's kind of taken over the bridal end of our business and introduced me to Jim Jr. So it was pretty exciting. And my wife was not with me. I was by myself with my mom. And my wife only gave me like two things. And back then, everything was yellow gold as far as engagement rings. So that was easy. And she said it had to be a marquee diamond. And so fortunately, that was a pretty popular shape at that time. That was back in 1987. And Jim got me a great ring right away. And it was really easy. It was a fun process, and because my family trusted James and Sons, that's where my mom took me, and that's why. So and bought a beautiful ring. They ended up making my wife's wedding band as well. The jeweler on staff custom made it to fit the ring, and so it was pretty exciting. So then, interestingly enough, for our 19th wedding anniversary, I was going to do it for our 20th. I was going to upgrade our diamond ring. You know, I started learning a little bit more about diamonds, and really, I bought a nice diamond and a nice diamond ring originally. But when I started to see what Hearts on Fire was doing with their engagement rings, we decided that my wife and I, and this one she participated in, we're going to pick out a new style and kind of upgrade her ring. And she was expecting it on her 20th. So the year before, she had just graduated and she got her master's. So I decided to surprise her by upgrading her engagement ring to a Hearts on Fire 3-diamond piece that she selected that she thought she'd like. She didn't know she was going to get it, so I waited till we were getting ready to leave for her graduation ceremony. And I asked her, I said, just before we go, you know, super proud of you and excited, and I'd like to have my ring back. And she said, what? And I'm unwrapping the new ring as I'm saying this. So she's like, yeah, I'd like to have the engagement ring that I bought for you back. And then I handed her the new ring. It was just awesome. So super excited. And so it's nice. I still have the original engagement ring. And every once in a while, my daughter, because she really likes wearing yellow gold, every once in a while my daughter will go ahead and I see her wearing it, and it's super fun. That's the best part about, one of the best parts about jewelry is it's something that you pass down in your family. And for me, you know, it was such a good experience buying my engagement ring and shopping with James and Sons. And that's kind of what I get to do every day with our clients, you know. I get to share my positive experience and hopefully give an experience that our clients are going to remember just as positively as mine was when I first walked into James and Sons and was introduced to Jim Jr. for the first time. So that was kind of cool. I thought that was something that I wanted to go ahead and share with other teammates and other customers, and hopefully I'm doing that with every engagement ring client that walks through these doors. When I started with James and Sons, I worked on the sales floor and I was new to the jewelry industry. So when Jim and John asked if I would become a team leader for James and Sons, they also asked me to go ahead and learn about their business. So they asked me to go to the GIA and take their classes. So it was interesting, it was fun. Me and a couple other the teammates did it together, and I became a accredited jewelry professional with the GIA. So that was my first class. Then we moved on to Diamond Graduate, and I took that class, and that was fun because we got to do, that was a writing class, but it was also a week of a lab class where we got to grade all kinds of diamonds, and so that was kind of fun. And then went ahead and took my GIA gemstone course, and so that was pretty cool. So there is one more course I have to take to be a graduate gemologist, and I just never got around to that. And but I feel like being able to share some of that information not only to our teammates and help them feel more confident talking to clients about gemstones and diamonds, but obviously to our customers for sure. So that really felt good to be able to help explain those questions to clients. So not only are they having fun, but hopefully they'll be able to answer, I'll be able to answer their questions, and they'll learn a little bit too in the process and not feel like I have no idea what I just did, but I'm super happy with my engagement ring, and that's important. But it's nice that they learn a little bit about it too, so that's kind of neat.